Indiana School District. And of course, he is the superintendent, and he's brought with him today the athletic director for the district, Mr. Dan Roan. Our interview, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Gentlemen, good morning. How you doing?
Good, Josh. How are you?
We're doing great. How about you, Dan? How about you?
Good. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good to hear from you. So this is actually, we're gearing up now for the school year, and it's a lot of activity going around. So we just wanted to touch on a couple of things, and we'll start with, let's start with the Trib Cup. So you told me that that the Indiana District won the Trib Cup for the first time in school history. What is the Trib Cup, Mr. Heinrich?
Well, I'm going to actually turn this one over to Mr. Roan because he's the one that is the leader of this area, and he's going to be able to speak much more intelligently about it than I would. So
All right, so go ahead.
Thank you. The Trib Cup is essentially what the Trib Live newspaper and news outlet does every year. Basically, it's a culmination of sports programs and how your sports program performs over the course of a school year. They award points for section wins, making playoffs, state titles, WPIAL titles, section titles, everything under the sun. So we actually placed first in the 4A classification for the first time in school history, which is a huge achievement for us. We finished tied for second last year. I don't think we've broken the top 5. It's been going on for 22 years. We haven't broken the top 5 previously. So
not until last year when you said tied for second, and then to take it all the way. I bet the baseball team has had a lot to do with that, especially the recent success this year.
They have, yes. With WPIAL and state titles, they culminated, I believe it was 130 points out of our total 420.
Wow.
So that was a huge boost to us, and it was just very, very, very special.
So this is the big thing. So the big thing is it factors everything as far as athletics is involved.
It does, yeah. All the way from fall to spring sports, any sport that makes the playoffs gets a bump and bonus points and everything like that. So it's cool for me to see our overall athletic programs succeeding and thriving in this environment, and just really special altogether.
So speaking of sports, of course, athletics gearing up now with Heat Week going on for the high school football teams. How are things looking as you see them?
Rejuvenated. I think our kids are excited. We're obviously, it feels like the summer just flew by, but we're excited to get back into it, get back in the swing of things. I think our kids are excited for a brand new season. We have some exciting projects going on at our stadium, some exciting projects going on in our school. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the lighting. The new lights coming in, so that looks like it's going to be big.
New lighting, new sound system going in, so it's going to be a great environment for all sports this fall, not only football, but soccer, lacrosse, and everybody else that's going to play at the stadium is going to be in a great environment, one of the best around.
And also the track as well, right next door. Too.
Absolutely. So it's, the school board, has made it a priority to move forward and improve the facilities, and so they're doing that step by step. And this ESCO project is not only going to improve the environment for our students, but it's going to save the taxpayers some money in the long run too. So it's a great move on their part.
All right, excellent. So Dan, I got to ask you, since you mentioned the Trib Cup, are you smelling repeat? Are you thinking repeat?
I think we're always thinking repeat. I like to challenge our student athletes and our coaches going into every single year. I think we set the bar pretty high for ourselves, but I think the big thing for this award specifically shows that we can compete in District 7. I think with us being the furthest school that is east in the WPIAL, our travel is significant, and we know that. So I think our kids are often tired by long bus rides, things like that. But even bus rides doesn't diminish their ability to compete. So
that's certainly
I think that's
true.
exciting.
I'll say this: the grit is evident.
Yes, that was evident in the baseball team this year.
100%. That same grittiness that baseball team had is evident. I mean, I was over at the school the other day. The volleyball girls are already hard at work. The coaches are engaged. I mean, everybody is working hard. And we have great kids. We have great coaches. We have great community support. So, if a repeat is possible, we're gonna give it give it our all for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, but outside of athletics, there are a lot of other extracurricular opportunities available right now.
Well, that's true, and that's a really good point, Josh. I mean, if you want an excellent educational experience Indiana Area High School or Indiana Area School District is a great place. Not only do we have, the best athletic program in the Whitfield in 4A this year, as as it had been by the Trib Cup, we have outstanding extracurriculars and academics. We have in the elementary schools, we have Lego League, we have the combat bots at the junior high and now the senior high. We have the science forum where our science teachers enter students into competitions. They went to state college this year. Outstanding music programs. We had students go to national competitions in vocals and in music. We have the Invention Convention team that went to Detroit. We have the very, very best extracurricular offerings around. Whether you're into math or science or music or lacrosse. It's here for you at Indiana Area School District. So, for anybody out there that's considering making that decision, maybe is this right for me? There's something for your student at Indiana Area School District.
And I think, Dan, also what's kind of cool about this is no matter whatever people want to do, I mean, if they want to do sports, but if they also want to dabble in something else, they got the time to do it.
100%. There is quite literally anything available for anybody. Come out and try something. You'll never know what you'll fall in love with. And I think that's the best part is we have such a great support system at our school district, such great teachers, coaches, advisors. From the top down, it's just a great support system. People feel loved in their environment, and it's really something special that we have cooking over here.
I definitely can speak from experience on that, being a theater rat from the Indiana high days. But,
absolutely. Think about the theater programs and the musicals that they put on.
Oh, man.
Music.
Those are great productions.
Yeah, there's outstanding community support for those as well. If you've ever attended one, so we have a really nice community school here. It's something special. It is quintessential Middle America and Western Pennsylvania, and it is a really nice place to be. It's a better place to be, is like what we like to say.
I hate to be the downer, but all of this costs money. And right now, there's still no budget from Harrisburg, and they're saying it could be still a few weeks.
Yeah.
Is it panic mode yet?
Not quite for us, not yet, but for a lot of schools across the Commonwealth, Josh, it is panic mode. There's people who are borrowing money to pay their bills, and that's concerning because they have to, they're paying interest with taxpayers' money in the long run. So there is some urgency. We want to urge our lawmakers to get back to the table, stay at the table, and get this done. And I think they're committed to that. There's some really big problems that we got to solve in Pennsylvania, and Mr. Pittman, Mr. Struzzi have been champions for Indiana always. They're going to get this done. We have a lot of things that we need to figure out. School districts across the Commonwealth are in financial hardships. We talked about that before on this show. And we need those guys to help us figure it all out, and I believe that they will. I believe that they'll come through for us in the end. But the clock is definitely ticking.
Yeah, and you mentioned the loans that are being brought out in some school districts. In fact, River Valley did take out a tax anticipation note to help cover the bills and keep things going at the district. If this goes further along, could Indiana possibly have to explore that option?
100% we could. If it goes on for a few more months, we could be in that same situation. And as would many school districts across the Commonwealth, and especially in this area, we're not quite to the point where we're living paycheck to paycheck, but we're close. We're a few months out from taking a similar action to River Valley.
All right. Let's talk about more cheerier subjects, I think. Let's do that. Eisenhower's getting ready for open house.
Yes.
This is exciting. I mean, it was a tragedy. The fire that happened, saw that fire and was like, oh my gosh. And people were probably thinking, how is this district going to be able to rebuild that great school? Well, not only have you rebuilt it, you've enhanced it.
Absolutely. It's finally complete. It's risen from the ashes to become something better than it was. Fortunately, again, the school board made some critical decisions at that point to improve the district and make that building capable of holding more students and providing better educational environment for those students. So, yeah, if you'd like to come and see it, we're hosting an open house the evening of August 20th from 5 to 7. The entire community is welcome. If you're a taxpayer in Indiana, come out, walk through the school. We're gonna have some tables set up with some of our partners, and maybe some cookies or something, so you can walk through the building and see the amazing work that's been done by those people.
I'm gonna go back over to Dan just really quickly here, because not a lot of people think of like the athletics at the elementary levels. I mean, back in my day, there were teams competing against each other within the elementary schools. Do you still talk about the elementary level athletics? I mean, it's still very active.
Very active, yes. We actually just had a meeting last night about a new basketball league that we're trying to begin and start in the community with local Indiana County communities. So really excited about that. I think, all of our booster organizations really come together and provide ample opportunities for our young kids to get involved. And it's across multiple sports. It's not just the core that you see in baseball, football, and basketball. It's everything. It's lacrosse, it's soccer, it's wrestling, swimming. Yes, kids have ample opportunities to get started in something earlier than they usually would, and I think that's a true testament to our community and the opportunities that they give.
You don't have state champion or swim teams or baseball teams or playoff basketball, volleyball teams without a developmental program.
Developing it in the elementary level.
Absolutely,
fostering
we have great help down there, great families and community support there as well.
And he said booster organizations. That leads into the next topic for me, the Indiana Area Education Foundation. They're getting ready for a big fundraiser on September 7th. It's their golf outing, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They're great people. That's a group of community members who have come to help enhance the educational experience. Some of these programs we talked about, those national trips for competitions and stuff, would not be possible without their work, and their work would not be possible without the support from the community. So on September 7th, they're hosting their second annual golf outing at Meadowlands, and they're looking for teams and sponsors. So if you're out there and you want to help the kids, you want to help the Indiana Area Education Foundation, who are dedicated to inclusivity, extracurricular activities, STEM programs, etc. So please come out on September 7th if you're not doing anything and hit the ball around.
Let's remind everybody, when is first day of school?
Oh, teachers report on the 21st. Students report on Tuesday, the 26th.
And Dan's been reporting all through the summer anyway.
We have, yes. And we're getting excited.
I think everybody's excited. Back to school time once again.
Yeah.
Some kids may have that bad feeling in the pit of their stomach, but for Indiana, I think it's going to be another great year.
We're looking forward to it for sure.
And we look forward to hearing all about it. So please, guys, come back, and we anticipate all the great visits.
We appreciate it,
Thanks
Josh.
for
We
having
absolutely will.
Thanks again to Rob Heinrich and Dan Roan joining us here on Indiana in the Morning. Our interview presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. It's 8:25 here on Indiana in the Morning, and coming up next is Boomer with the Sports Minute. We'll have a check of news headlines coming up at the bottom of the hour here on Indiana in the Morning.
This is Boomer Esiason with Sports Minute. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Bruce Coslett. The 79-year-old former Bengals tight end was the offensive coordinator when I did arrive in Cincinnati. He was constantly on me about keeping my elbow up and watching my footwork. When I finally asked to be traded after the 92 season, I wanted to reunite with Bruce, who was then the Jets head coach, and luckily for me, it took place. I'm Boomer Esiason.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child